Hello everyone, I'm Gaming Pro, and welcome to part 4 of LEGO Batman the video game. This time we're going to be taking on Poison Ivy. So, last episode was obviously a short one because the level we played was short as hell as well. This one is hopefully going to make up for that. I remember the next 2 levels being longer, so hopefully it makes up for the short episode last time. So yeah. Read all that. There we go. I don't have much to say at this point, other than look at this funny cutscene. If there's one thing LEGO games are known for, it's having it's having really creative humor for the time. Like, the humor in LEGO games has only gotten better in my opinion, but it eventually fell off. I think the humor used to be better in, like, the old LEGO games. When they added dialogue, I think it was still good as well. In fact, I think it was better. A lot of people actually didn't like that, I was revisiting the LEGO games a while back, like, probably about a year ago, and I actually noticed that a lot of people seemed to not like the fact that they added dialogue, like actual dialogue. Because in case you don't know, every LEGO game before LEGO Batman 2, which I think is LEGO Batman 1, LEGO Star Wars, The Complete Saga, LEGO Star Wars 3, the first two LEGO indie games, LEGO Indiana Jones 1 and 2, and then the LEGO Harry Potter series, I think, as well. And I think LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean was on there as well. And there might have been one other that I'm forgetting. But all the LEGO games that were released before LEGO Batman 2, the characters didn't have any dialogue. It was just mumbling. And yet a lot of people seem to prefer that. I only realized this when I was playing LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Like, it was an off-recording thing. Because they gave an option to enable mumbling, and I was super confused at first. And then I did some research, and I realized, wait a second, that's what you mean by mumbling, you know? Like, the old, like, the really old LEGO games, like this. So, and I thought that was pretty cool that they included that as an option for the people that do like the mumbling better than the dialogue. I personally like dialogue better because I think you can tell a much better story with dialogue than just mumbling. So, you know. However, that doesn't mean this game is bad just because it doesn't have dialogue. I still absolutely love this game for multiple reasons. Nostalgia mainly, but I still just like this game. I mean, I don't know. Comment, hold on. Comment the word bat if this game was part of your childhood. Because it was definitely part of mine. Technically still is. Because I still do play this game. Yes, the attract suit. And I actually just noticed, I didn't really say anything about the sonar suit. That's why Batman looks like Sonic right now. It allows you to break these glass objects, which pulse, show you that they're glass. Sorry, that was dumb. The attract suit allows you to pick up, like, waste and stuff, and, well, you'll see. There's a thing right over here that I can use as an example. Also, you're for some reason just completely immortal in this state. I don't know why, but thanks, I guess? I don't really know. It's pretty awesome, though. Only if building were like this, too. I think I mentioned in part 2, I thought those were enemies for a second. They're both wearing green. Okay, where's the last thing? I think it's over here. As you can see, there's a big 24 on my back. We need to get that number just one higher to 25. I believe there's... Yep, okay, here we go. And we can get these. As you can see, our number is now much greater than 25. We use it for this thing over here, the big 25 on it. We hold whatever your action button is, and as you can see, this machine will start collecting all the waste, and it builds something out of it. In this case, it builds a bomb, which completely obliterated that plant that was blocking this door. Cool idea. Execution, not too bad either, if I'm being honest. It sometimes can be a bit annoying finding that one missing piece. This guy will not die, there we go. Sometimes it can be a little annoying finding the missing piece, but it usually doesn't, they add extra pieces around for that specific reason. So it's much harder to, like, you know, lose a piece or something. Like, the game is very generous with it, which is why I think it's good. Like, if they didn't add the extra pieces and they added exactly 25 in each section, it might be a little annoying, because you have to just scram around the room and find that missing last piece. But no. They made sure that almost would never be a problem. By the way, this is the heat suit, and I just died a horrible death. As you... ow. That was mean. That thing closed at the perfect time. This red suit, as I was saying, this red suit that you're seeing me wear right now, this is the heat suit. It's pretty self-explanatory. It allows you to walk or use any shiny red objects, as those are very hot and you can't touch them normally. You'll take damage. That's what the heat suit is for. In my opinion, this is definitely the least utilized suit. In fact, it's so unused that it's so unutilized that it never even made a comeback, I don't think. Like, there was concept, I think, in LEGO Batman 2 for a heat suit, but it never made it into the final game. Which I think it's okay, because I don't think this was used enough. Yet I also don't see any places that it could be used very much. There wasn't exactly a lot they could have done either. So I'm personally glad that they didn't bring this one back. It's not a bad thing. It's just, you know, considering they merged a lot of suits' abilities and, like, properties into, one, so they could make room for new suits. For instance, the demolition suit was made into the power suit in LEGO Batman 2, and is essentially just an upgraded version. The bat suit in LEGO Batman 2 combines the glide suit and the sonar suit. The sonic suit is what I call it. It combines both of the properties. It combines the abilities and properties of both the glide suit from LEGO Batman 1 and the sonar suit from LEGO Batman 1 to make the bat suit. I mean, I guess wouldn't they all be bat suits? I don't know. But yeah, that's a thing. So they added new suits because of that. And in my opinion, I think it's better combining the abilities of old suits to make better ones. I think that was definitely a good change. A bit random, but it's still a good change in my eyes. It's less clutter. I'm surprised I made that jump. Okay, that was the camera's fault for panning out so far. Also, speaking of the camera, sometimes it can be a bit of an asshole as well, but it's not as bad as a game like Mario 64, where the camera just refuses to work sometimes. Now we're at boss fight, by the way. Do you think the breath of that thing smells bad? Alright. So. Oh my god. But where are the guns? Okay, I know those guys are made of, like, plants or whatever. They're plant people. But where did the guns come from? Like, the guns seem to be coming out of nowhere. You know? Guns aren't made of organic plant material. You know, they're not made of plants. Unless they are, and maybe I'm just blind, but I don't think those guns are made of... I don't think you can make a gun out of just plants. You know? Level's about to be over. There we go. Robin, you would fall for that. Simp. Robin being a simp. I don't really blame him if I'm being honest. Let's be real, a lot of us would smash. Batman, you bumbling idiots. You fell for it again. I said it before and I'll say it again. It's no wonder these villains keep escaping every time. Because Batman always falls for the dumbest, oldest tricks in the book here. But anyways, that's the end of the level. We unlocked the heat protection suit. I thought it was just the heat suit. The sonic suit. Oh, I thought it was the sonar suit. We also got the attract suit. We're only missing one suit for Robin. So yeah. So, we only got one more level in the hero side of the Riddler's Revenge. So, yeah. That's our total stud count. I keep saying stub count. Stud count. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And also subscribe to Wacky Weirdos. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.